So I know a lot of people have been waiting for this for a very long time. Today is the day that we get to go check out the Capital One Lounge at the Dulles International Airport. So I'm back here at Dulles Airport. I'm primarily here to go check out a new airport lounge. Heading down here to pre-check.
After you clear pre-check, directly across from there is the Capital One Lounge. To give you an idea of where the Capital One Lounge is located, it's situated right after pre-check security in the main terminal under the old air traffic control tower. The great thing about this lounge is that no matter which gates you're departing from, whether it's C, D, A, B, Z, or H, you can easily get there by taking the funny looking shuttles, the Aerotrain, or simply by walking. This makes it highly accessible for anyone, whether you're connecting through IAD or departing from IAD, whether it's international or domestic. You want to keep a lookout for the Capital One branding because the entrance to the lounge is kind of hidden by this art wall. When you first walk into the Capital One Lounge, you'll see the check-in counter, and immediately to your left you'll find the dedicated grab-and-go area. Here you'll find the grab-and-go fridge where you can find a selection of healthier food options including vegetarian, gluten-free, and even kid-friendly options. There's also some snacks, and there's little to-go baggies that you can take with you. There's La Colombe draft coffee, but if you don't want La Colombe draft coffee, there is a coffee bar with a barista that can whip up anything that you would like. And the coffee menu also features a local coffee roaster too. The coolest part, they can even print latte art on your coffee.
You gotta love your layover, especially with a lounge like this. This grab and go area in the front is meant to be for like a pit stop, a quick pit stop. Come through here, grab something, and then go on your way. So you don't have to commit to sitting at a lounge area and going through the entire lounge area. And so kind of a quick pit stop, which I kind of like.
But if you have some time to kill and want to chill out, take a right after the check-in counters and you'll find a seating area with a bunch of different seating options. They've got these cool Bortoya style chairs, booth seating, and they all have built-in plugs and USB-A charging. Oh, and the art on the wall is all from local artists, which is a nice touch. The windows are from floor to ceiling, giving you plenty of natural light, and if you take a few steps down to the lower part, it opens up to more seating.
Recognize this. This is also at the DFW Capital One Lounge as well.
Turning around the corner, you'll be in the back area of the lounge where there are food stations, the bar, and more seating. One thing that makes Capital One Lounge stand out is their food and beverage offerings. Here you won't find the typical buffet style setup or communal utensils. The food is individually plated and served as small bites that can be consumed in 1 or 2 bites.
A lot of options.
They source their ingredients for the food from local partners and businesses, and their soda selection is unique and features craft sodas with flavors like pineapple cream and agave vanilla cream. This is a refreshing change from the typical Pepsi or Coke products that you usually see.
As expected, everything tastes great. I think my favorite is this bao. This was really good. So if you come here to the Capital One Lounge, you have to try this and let me know how it is.
Moving on to the bar, they offer a solid cocktail menu, including some draft cocktail options. I tried all 3 draft cocktails and found the Spring Ricky to be my favorite. Their local spotlight cocktail is the Will Patton's Bee's Knees. It's a citrusy gin-based cocktail served in a funky bee glass. Although a little awkward and weird looking to drink out of, it's worth trying and super Instagrammable. The lounge also offers craft beers, including one specifically brewed for this lounge called the Perfect Airport Beer that's brewed by Lost Rhino, which is a local brewery. It's a Hell's Lager that's full of flavor but light and definitely worth trying. All drinks are complimentary except for the drinks on the upgrade list. They have an upgraded drink option such as small bottles of champagne like Krug or 2-ounce pours of top shelf liquor like Eagle Rare or Blanton's. Continuing the trend of locally sourced, they have these unique mugs from a local pottery, and on the bottom it's stamped on permanent loan from the Capital One Lounge. Next to the bar, there are additional seating options that customers can choose from to enjoy their food and drinks or get some work done. If you take the ramp down from there, there are a few isolated nooks which are more suitable for some quiet work. Directly on the opposite side of the wall from the nooks is the health and well-being hallway. There are 2 spacious bathrooms.
The underrated thing about airport lounges is a clean, nice bathroom.
And there's also 1 nursing room. However, note that there are no fitness centers, napping pods, or shower rooms available like the Dallas-Fort Worth Capital One Lounge.
And the reason likely for that is that less of like long international, long haul layovers, and so that's why they don't have some of those amenities where it's like the sleeping pods, the fitness room, as well as shower rooms as well.
As a sweet parting gift, you'll always find a bowl of locally made cherry blossom dark chocolate waiting for you. It's a perfect way to end your visit to the Capital One Lounge before hopping on your flight. The Capital One Lounge at Dulles International Airport will be open starting September 7th, 2023. As for my overall thoughts of the lounge, I love that the lounge caters to different types of travelers. If you're short on time and need a quick snack or something for the flight, the large dedicated grab and go area is perfect. If you have time to kill, there's space to lounge around and grab a drink at the bar if you want. I think the large dedicated grab and go area is brilliant. When the lounge is full or if there's a waiting list, which is bound to happen, the grab and go area provides something for cardholders, keeps them happy, and can also reduce the foot traffic through the lounge. This may help prevent or reduce overcrowding that we often see at many airport lounges today. Personally, I'm a big fan of the grab and go options, and I believe it's the future of airport lounges as long as it's not abused. As expected, the food and beverage options are great. However, there seems to be fewer food options than compared to the Dallas Capital One Lounge. As for the lounge location, access is easier for people departing out of Dulles, simply going through pre-check security and you'll be right in front of the lounge. However, the location might be a little bit more tough for people connecting through Dulles. They have to take the shuttle or the Aero train, which takes more effort, but the ride is a pretty quick one. I timed how long it took to get from the D gates to the Capital One Lounge, and it was about 8.5 minutes, which is not bad. Say if you had a 45-minute layover, you should have enough time to get to the lounge, grab something from the grab and go fridge, and maybe some coffee, and then get back to your gate back in time for boarding. If you're coming from one of the other concourses, follow the signs to get to T, which is for the main terminal. Look for the Dunkin' Donut Express, walk past that, and find the elevator bank across from the American flag. Go to the ticketing and departures level, and you'll see the Capital One Lounge right in front of you. Alternatively, on the opposite side of the elevator, there's a set of stairs that you can walk up. This will take you to TSA pre-check, and opposite of that is the lounge. It's a little tricky, but just know that it's on the second floor right by TSA pre-check. There are 2 things that I found a little bit disappointing about the Capital One Lounge at Dulles. Number 1 is that there's no shower room, fitness center, or the relaxation napping rooms. The Dallas Capital One Lounge has all 3, and this lounge doesn't have any of that. At least having 1 shower room would have been great, but I guess based on the amount of space they have and their research on the type of travelers that would be going to this lounge, they figured that a shower room would not make sense, and that's why they didn't include a shower room. The second thing is that this lounge only has 2 bathrooms. The bathrooms are spacious and they're nice, but there's only 2 bathrooms. And if you've been to the Dallas-Fort Worth Capital One Lounge, you'll know that they have 3 bathrooms, and there's often a line to wait for those bathrooms. And so 2 bathrooms seems kind of like not enough for the size of this lounge. And if people have to wait for the bathroom at the Dulles Capital One Lounge, it'd be down that long, narrow hallway, which would be kind of awkward and kind of uncomfortable. To access the lounge, Capital One Venture X and their authorized users or account managers can enjoy unlimited complimentary access to the lounge with 2 guests per visit. Additional guests can come in for $45 each. Venture and Spark Mile cardholders can get 2 complimentary visits a year at Capital One lounges or Plaza Premium lounges. These complimentary visits can be used for their authorized user accounts, managers, or guests traveling with them. Additional guests will cost $45 each. For non-card holders and everyone else, you can enter the lounge for $65 per visit. Kids under 2 can come in for free if they are accompanied by eligible cardholders. Comment below and let me know what you think about the Dulles Capital One Lounge. If you haven't seen my other review of the Dallas Capital One Lounge, you can check it out over here. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It does help out my channel. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next video.